Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kerry. What's up? Wagwan, you good? Good. Now today I'm going to talk about the lies people try to tell you about locks. All right. Now you might tell a friend, I've decided to get microlocs or traditional locks or sister locks, whichever the case may be, and they, say, why are you going to do that? It is so and so. Now, today I'm here to debunk those myths and let you know the truth. All right. So if you want to find out more about that, or you want to spend some time with me, because nothing wrong with that, right? Just keep on watching. Anything that we decide to do with our hair, people are going to have an opinion on it. If you wear a weave, people have an opinion. If you go natural, people have an opinion. But boy, oh boy, do they have opinions when we decide to get locks. All right. There is always an opinion, and a lot of the times it's rooted in myths, okay, and misconceptions that people have about locks. Now, the first misconception, and this is the worst one that persons have about locks, is that they are dirty. Now, that could not be further from the truth. Locks, when taken care of properly, are clean as regular loose natural hair. All right. Now there are some instances where you see the videos of persons with their locks all matted up, and that is because they did not take adequate care of their locks. They did not maintain their locks, and so what happened is that products were allowed to build up, and we see this a lot, especially with traditional locks or persons with locks who have flaky scalp. When the hair is not maintained properly, as it is with any sort of hair, it will get dirty and it will look dirty. And this is not true for locks alone. If you put in a weave and you don't change it for 6 months, we've all seen those stories on social media. What's gonna happen? Your scalp is gonna get dirty. So it is the same with locks. You need to maintain your hair and your locks will be clean. The second misconception that persons have about locks, or the lies that they will tell about locks, is that persons with locks do not wash their hair. Now, this can be debunked with a simple YouTube search. Microlocs wash day, traditional locks wash day. Just search locks wash day and you would see a myriad of videos showing you how to wash your locks in every stage, whether it's beginner's locks, starter locks, or when they're mature. Now, this is something that contributes to the first point, that locks are dirty. Now, a lot of locticians do tell their clients to avoid washing for a certain period of time until when they just get their locks. But I'm not of that. I don't subscribe to that notion that you need to wait for a certain length of time. Persons may make that recommendation, but for me, I went ahead and washed my hair right away because I have itchy scalp, so my scalp needs the utmost care. All right. Many persons do not upkeep on a timely manner, and that could be contributing to the misconception. But by and large, the majority of persons with locks do wash their hair on a regular basis. So that is a total misconception. As with natural hair, as with relaxed hair, as with persons with weaves, as I said before, there will be persons who do not maintain their hair. But the funny thing is that locks are what get the bad rep from persons who, the one out of the million who you would see on a shock value video on social media. We wash our hair, okay? Just in my previous video, and I will put it up in the cards, I expounded on the benefits and the necessity of washing our hair. So that is a total lie, a total misconception. The third lie they tell you about locks is that they are not professional. Now, come on now. This cannot be further from the truth. And I think it's rooted in anti-blackness, because if you sleek your hair or wear a wig to work, you're going to get so many compliments. Ooh, your hair look nice. You should wear it like this more often. Like I recently sent a friend of mine a picture of me wearing a wig, and they were like, wow, you need to wear this more often. But do I really? I wear the wig as something that is a tool. It is not my identity. The hair that's growing out of my head and how I choose to express that hair, I don't think that is unprofessional. You can wear locks in a neat way, since we are so preoccupied with neatness. Locks can be worn in a variety of styles. Even free-formed locks can be fixed a certain way to look quote unquote professional. And I use that word because I do not agree with persons policing what people's hair looks like or what people's cultural expression is about what their racial expression is. I don't agree with that in the slightest. So that could not be further from the truth, especially for microlocs. They can be done in so many styles. They can be twisted, they can be curled, they can be done in an updo. Microlocs and sisterlocks are so versatile. And even traditional locks. Have you seen the styles? Have you seen how neat they are when they're done? Trust me, people need to mind their hair business and stop policing Black people's hair. Okay? Another misconception about locks is that it needs no maintenance. Now, sure, there are locks such as freeform locks where persons allow the locks to take its natural flow and do what it wants. But aside from freeform locks, and maintenance is still required for freeform locks. You need to wash the locks, okay? So that is a form of maintenance. Every hair type, every hairstyle requires maintenance. And persons, yes, it is a lessened maintenance when you do have locks, because all you need to do is retighten the locks or retwist the locks, and it's easy as getting up out of bed in the morning and going. But it does require maintenance. And this is for persons who are considering getting locks. Know, research and know the size of the locks that you want and the amount of maintenance and the types of maintenance that those locks will require, because all locks require some form of maintenance, even freeform locks. Another lie that has been told to persons considering getting locks is that there is an ugly phase, and the call is coming from inside the house, okay? I have used this phrase already myself, but I have decided to drop that phrase from my vocabulary, simply because how can the hair that's growing out of our head be ugly? Okay? Yes, it might go through a phase where you are still getting used to it and you're feeling uncomfortable with the way it looks, but do not, never call your hair ugly. That is a phrase that I'm dropping from my vocabulary, and I suggest you drop it from your vocabulary as well. Yes, it's easy to find a cool catchphrase to describe, that time when you just get locks and you're sort of uncomfortable and you're still getting used to the locks. But I would not, and I would advise you not to call it an ugly phase. The hair that's growing out of your head is beautiful. It's uniquely you. And when you see it going through those changes that you're uncomfortable with, it's your locks finding its way and settling to an expression in maturity that will be uniquely yours, okay? It's growing, it's flourishing, and growth is never comfortable. Flourishing when you're just growing out of your comfort zone, it's never comfortable. But what it's not as well is ugly. Growth is not ugly, okay? So please do not call that phase where your hair is growing and you're getting used to what it looks like an ugly phase. There is no such thing. Another common misconception about locks is that it is not versatile. And this goes especially for traditional locks. Persons think, okay, what can I do with my hair? Have you seen the styles? Please just scroll the Locs hashtag on Instagram and you will see so many beautiful styles that you can do with your locks. They are very versatile. You can do updos, you can let it down. There are so many, anything that you can do with your loose natural hair, well, except combing it out, you can do with your locks, okay? You want an updo? You can do an updo. You want curls? You can do curls, okay? The possibilities are endless. Locks are very, very versatile, okay? So do not let anyone tell you that locks are not versatile, that you will not have the same range of styles that you do when you have loose natural hair, okay? No. The final misconception that I have on my list is that if you don't want locks anymore, you have to shave your head. And nothing is further from the truth. Locks, while seen as a permanent style, it can be undone. And if your locks are more mature, you might have to cut off the ends, but you can, with time and a lot of patience, and did I say time? You can undo those locks very slowly, very gently. There are persons that have done it. There are countless persons that have done it, okay? You just need a lot of time and a lot of nothing to do in the meantime, all right? Sit down, put on some Netflix, put on some YouTube, watch some of my videos. I'm gonna put a playlist right here for you to watch, all right? And just go to town and use conditioner and a fine tooth comb or a pick, and you can pull your locks out. Locks, yes, it's seen as a journey and it's seen as permanent, but you are allowed to change your mind if you do not want locks anymore, okay? And if you do not want locks anymore, they can be undone. In a previous video, I did say that if I decided not to get locks anymore, I would just cut my hair off. But on second thought, I decided that if I don't want locks anymore, all I have to do is just take my time and pull it out. It's gonna take weeks. I'm gonna have to wear wigs, which I really hate, but still, it can be undone. All right. Don't let the fact that it's seen as permanent be a shackle, and do not cut off all your hair because you don't want locks anymore. Now, if you want to cut your hair off, you can go ahead and do that if you do not want to spend all of that time, or you want a fresh start. That is totally up to you, but just know that you have options. All right, so that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching until now. Let me know in the comments if there are any other crazy or ridiculous myths or lies that you've heard about locks. I would really love to hear them because trust me, there are some crazy ones out there, okay? In the meantime, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at CarrieOnLock and on Twitter at CarrieBellum, all right? Do have an amazing rest of the week wherever you are. Continue to social distance, wear your mask, sanitize, and social distance, all right? Until next time, bye.